Hello everyone, my name is Mauricio Nillo from Colombia, and in this video I'm going to talk about how international media misrespect Colombia because of the drug issue. In Colombia, the business of drugs has been a major issue since the drug dealers started in the 70s, as a result of demand for cocaine in the United States and Europe. The actions of trafficking drugs has been the main source of income for cartels, supporting the different illegal groups armed in Colombia, increasing amounts of money and allowing different illegal and violent actions. As a result, some of the Colombian drug dealers have been portrayed by important actors to show their different stories. Moreover, some national and international productions have been trying to collect information to show to the world the lifestyles and eccentricities of drug traffickers, to show how powerful they were and romanticizing how big is the drug issue in Colombia. The relationship between drugs and violence in Colombia is a complicated one, and it's considered a vicious circle. First, the micro-traffic of this substance, which is usually addictive for the consumers, generates hallucinations or lack of inhibition that may lead people to being involved in criminal or illegal activities. As a result, increase the levels of violent crimes in the streets. Secondly, drug trades leave uncountable sums of money, used to create armed groups. Even though Colombia has been the dubious distinction of being one of the world producer leader of drugs for many years, the government has been diminished the drug productions according to the UNESCO by 60%. There are some national series explaining the biography and lifestyle of the Colombian drug dealers, and most of them based on books like Escobar, The Boss of Evil, The Cartel of Drugs, and Three Canes. There are others that are just fiction stories, but showing different ideas of how big is this issue in the country, like Rosario Tijeras, The Capo, and The Seller of Roses. As a result, some other international series show similarly the problematic in different countries, but strongly influenced by the Colombian actions, like Breaking Bad, El Señor de los Cielos, and Narcos, recently on Netflix. Also movies like Behind Enemy Lines Colombia, Collateral Damage, Delta Force 2, The Colombian Connection, and The Godfather Part 3. Although these series and movies that have high ratings and educates the audience reporting the problem and showing how this business ends with jail or death, they also show Colombia as an underdeveloped country, basing its reputation as a haven of gangsters, prostitutes, gangs, and those. In addition, the powerful and easily actions made by dealers increase rates of violence, promoting gangs' ideas. Even though the same Colombian media show how big this problem is, showing different stories about drug dealers being a bad example to follow, and the mafia, violence, and gangs as the best option for poor people. On the other hand, international media shows Colombia as a dangerous empire of drugs that, despite its beautiful landscapes, has so much violence that is uninhabitable for most foreign people. But the reality is different. Perhaps Colombia are simply happy about the rich culture of their country and grateful for its many visitors. According to the Gallup poll of people in 143 countries in 2014, Colombia is defined as the second happiest country in the world. There are more pros than cons. For example, it is considered the second most biodiverse country in the world. It is responsible for more than 60% of the world's emeralds. It is home to what many people consider the best coffee in the world, and it's home to many beautiful women like Shakira, Sofia Vergara, and the actual Miss Universe Paulina Vega, as well as the birthplace of Nobel literature and novelist Gabriel Garcia Marquez, who is perhaps the most well-known figure in Colombian literature. And finally, Colombia is considered by Time magazine as the emerging global player in the business globalization. In conclusion, there is no reason to make generalizations about Colombia due to a few bad apples, because Colombia, as a fact, represents the idea of how a society can become better by learning from past mistakes.